Hey, I'm Todd. Thanks for watching my video and do all that good YouTube stuff. Share it, like it, hit the notification bell, thumbs up, subscribe, all the things that you do. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video and saving some money perhaps. I also invite you to check out the links in the description for some long-term savings with the stock market and checking out the links for either E-Trade or M1 where you can save and trade fractional stocks, or Webull, which is usually giving away a couple free stocks for just depositing $100. So I strongly invite you to invest in your future and check them out. Thanks, and let's get to the video. 2017 Subaru Crosstrek, rear brake pad replacement, rear brake rotor replacement. Jack it up, use safety stands, protect yourself. Got a nice pinch weld down here to work on. You could jack it up on the pumpkin if you wanted to do both sides. Again, use safety stands. Protect yourself and take the wheel off. Break the lug nuts loose as much as you can, a turn or two, and then jack the vehicle up and take them off the rest of the way. We'll take it off, get to the brake caliper, and we'll collapse the piston to make sure it's good. Try and get in here with my little screwdriver between maybe the outer brake pad or the rotor, and just pry on it like this. And keep an eye on the master cylinder fluid level if it's full. We don't want fluid spilling out, but this is kind of low. Then we can collapse our piston. We know our piston will collapse, and we know our slides are good and free. Do the same for the other side, and then you can just go ahead and replace the pads and or the rotors, and you should be in good shape. I probably got a 14 millimeter bolt on the top and the bottom. And sometimes just do the bottom one and flip it up and pull it off. Then probably two 14 millimeter bolts for the caliper mounting bracket, and then the brake rotor itself. Has two screw holes, 8 millimeter by 1.25. You can buy a couple bolts at the hardware store. This will force the rotor off. If it doesn't come off, you can certainly tap it with a hammer, maybe a block of wood if you want to try and have it machined. Got kind of a drum inside for the emergency brakes. They look good. There we go. That is removing your rear brake pads and rotor. The same for the other side, and then we'll start to reassemble. If you get brakes and your brake part number has an H in it, you should get some hardware, just friction fit material. Otherwise, give these ones a nice wipe down, nice and clean. They kind of clean up, but if you can replace them, replace them. Throw a little extra lube on there. We'll use some lubricant and hit the contact points on the pads as well. We'll do that for both of them. So we're using coated rotors, so we can just take them out of the package and throw them on, which is a nice feature. If you're using regular rotors, you may need to wash the anti-corrosion liquid off of the coating off of your rotors. Just some warm soap and water and towel it dry. These are Power Stop Evolution coated rotors. Been using them. They've been working well for us. Emergency brake inspection plug, just rubber. Now there's two options on bolts for the brake caliper. It seems like they say like a 14 and a 17 or something like that. The 14, the smaller ones, which I believe these are about 49 foot-pounds, and the bigger ones are like 80 foot-pounds. So quite a difference, but breaking these loose and taking them off certainly didn't feel like 80 or 90 foot-pounds. So smaller bolts, 14 millimeter. I'm going with about 50 foot-pounds. Need to collapse the piston a little bit more. I'm just going to use some large channel locks. They should really collapse with pretty minimal effort. I did put some lubricant on these and then also on the piston area too, on the contact points on the outside there. And then 20 foot-pounds for that bolt there. Put the wheel on, it's about 89 foot-pounds for torque spec. We'll finish that off with the torque wrench, then we'll go to the master cylinder and verify the fluid level. Alright, Subaru Crosstrek, here's your brake master cylinder. Let's see here, what does it say? .3, I believe. .3 brake fluid, warning, blah blah blah. There's a minimum and a maximum line here. So in a perfect world, brand new brakes, it's at the maximum. As it wears out, brake fluid goes down, the pistons are coming out, then you collapse the pistons, pushes the fluid back up to the maximum level, and you're good to go. Unless your vehicle's very old and the fluid's very icky, then you could consider flushing it out. This is looking good. So we're going to pump the brake pedal a few times, then we're going to put the brake fluid level closer to the maximum level here. Then we'll put the cap on and we'll call it good. Go for a little test drive. Always pump the brake pedal a few times before you drive it, because you will have possibly no brakes until the brake pistons come out and meet the brake pads. So there you go. You've been warned. Best of luck to you on your Subaru rear brake pad replacement.